Inkster City Council, May 20th, 2019 meeting is called to order. Everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will everyone please remain standing? Let's ask Pastor Willie J. Cooper to come and give us a prayer.
Let us look to the Lord in prayer. We thank you, Heavenly Father. We glorify you, we magnify you, and we exalt you today. We thank you above all for your Son, our Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ. We thank you for this another opportunity to come before you for the city of Inkster, for the mayor, the Honorable Mayor Byron Nolan, for all the councils, all of the citizens. We just give you all the praise and all the glory. We pray, Heavenly Father, we might decrease, you increase in us. And we pray, Heavenly Father, that you would bless us to be the city and the servants that you're calling for in these last and evil days. And we will be so very, very careful to give you all the praise and all the honor and all the glory. For it is in Jesus' name we pray and give all thanks. Amen and thank God. Amen. I want to thank you for your prayers. Thank you. Thank you.
Roll call.
Mayor Nolan.
Present.
Councilwoman Wiley. Present. Councilman Oden.
Present.
Councilwoman Mitchell. Present. Councilwoman Howard. Here. Mayor Pro Tem Williams.
Present.
And Councilman Chisholm.
Present.
We have 7 present tonight, and we do have a quorum.
Good. All right, everybody had a chance to look at the agenda. We need to add the closed session matter as item C. We'll call it Wall. All right. Anything else we need to add to the agenda? Okay. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. Presentation, Commission on Aging, presentation to Police Department. Oh, look at this. That's cool.
Okay, hand.
Somebody gets it.
Officer Lebo, we've got a special presentation first.
Right.
Officer Lebo, we'd like to present this to you. This was our very first quilt, one of our very first quilts for little baby Leo. We all love you, and we want to show a little bit of our appreciation. Every stitch was stitched with love.
Thank you.
Little baby Lebo.
I will. Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Can we see?
We had to make it special.
Can
Just
we
want you to hold
see?
it up.
That's great.
That is perfect.
You're brainwashing the kid already.
This is a project that the Commission on Aging has adopted to provide comfort quilts to have the police will have them in their cars, so if something happens with a child that they need some sort of comfort, they can give them a quilt. And as they give them away, we'll replace them. We got police ones, basketball, like sports, baseball, fire department. We had to give equal time to fire department. And all of these were made by the seniors at the Sewing Sisters class on Fridays at the complex. So everybody's welcome to attend that as well. If you want a quilt made, you got to come do it yourself. We're making that clear right now. So we have enough for the police department to have on hand, and we'll replace them as they give them away. So if I can get all of you to gather together, and I'll take a picture.
And turn around too so we can see it.
Aren't they fresh?
That looks like a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all gave her.
Hey, Rita.
I think I saw it.
Oh, those are pretty.
All right.
Gabe, you and Mr. Stubbs showing your feminine side, but it's okay. You and Mr. Stubbs showing your feminine side. You well-rounded, though. You well-rounded.
Hey, we like sensitive men. Menses.
We know you're all right. We know you're all right. Y'all like dudes with Timberlands on. With an attitude. Tell them, Felicia.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah. But I, who, shit. I gotta get away for it.
What's that? Be what? I don't have it.
DeJuan. How you doing? You know, find somebody we can get these tickets to?
There's a bag you can put
Tiger
them in and
tickets.
take
Remember
them.
we talked about last week? We got 4 Tiger tickets for the Wednesday game. We want to give to somebody who can't normally go. They great seats. They get to go to the club section, the restaurant. I want to give somebody.
From everyone at the Inkster Police Department, we just want to thank the Inkster Commission on Aging. I'll make sure that these get into our patrol cars and to our children. Thank you very, very much.
About that, cost spend money on a section that we didn't have to have.
Well, that was a nice, quick presentation.
Yeah, a beautiful one too.
All right, we're gonna move down to the consent agenda. Everybody had a chance to read the minutes from last meeting? Mm-hmm. Any corrections, additions, deletions? No, they're all right. Do we have a motion?
I move that we accept the minutes as printed.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. It passes. Boards and commissions. You have any nominations? No, we have some vacancies, don't we?
Lots of
We have lots of vacancies. Okay, we'll keep it moving. We'll come on down to new business.
Consideration and approval of the adoption of the FY 2019-2020 General and Special Appropriation Act Resolution.
Well, we had a chance to discuss it a little bit. We had a couple study sessions. Do we have a motion to adopt the budget as presented?
So move.
support.
Do you want to add in what we discussed? Do we need to do that?
Yes. So you have to
Yes.
rephrase.
Add that in, what we
Yes.
discussed in closed session?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also, Mayor, I had one correction on the fee schedule. There was a kind of a clerical / administrative error. We had 2 rates that were mixed up. So it's a pretty obvious error, but we just want to clean it up. We had one number listed for a certain type of rate under the planning department, and we just want to make that administrative correction.
Correction,
Yeah.
okay. So we're gonna add that correction to your motion?
I don't know what the correction is.
He just
I'm
explained
not-
it to you.
I'm not used to doing things if I
It's-
don't understand them.
It's under the fees for the planning department, and there's a fee for plan unit developments less than an acre, and a fee for plan unit developments for more than an acre. And we just got the amounts reversed, so that
Oh,
we-
okay,
the-
so it's
the-
a typo.
it's effectively a
Okay.
typo, thank you.
All right, okay.
You good with that amendment?
Okay.
All right, do we have a second now that it's been amended?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yes. Mr. Chair, I just have quite a few little possibilities in the budget. We seem to be, we're not bringing in the exact same revenue we brought in last year, and we seem to be spending a little bit more money this year. And we're giving out some raises this year. And I'm concerned about our 15% surpluses.
Fund balance.
Fund balance.
Yeah, for fund balance.
Well, we're not gonna go below our fund balance policy under any circumstances. This budget does not do that. But yeah, fund balance may be going down though, but we're definitely not gonna hit below 15% on any of it.
Yeah, and just for, so everyone understands, the city several years ago adopted a fund balance policy, which is essentially the reserves, that the monies that the city keeps in reserves. For general fund, which is probably one of the more important ones, we're required to maintain a fund balance of at a minimum of 10%. Currently, that fund balance is about $3 million, and based on our expenses, it's over $3 million. Based on our expenses, we well exceed the fund balance policy. So we're really not even approaching that 10 to 15% minimum range. And the projections, like I say, project well above that fund balance policy.
Any other questions?
Becky Moore?
Yeah, you said I have a few different problems with that.
Okay, well,
I was getting comfortable.
okay. Well, earlier you spoke about some emails that I sent out. I sent the treasurer a couple of emails that was basically about the budget. One of them was what you didn't speak about was the PEG fees. I want the itemized list of the PEG fees to see, what did we buy, and because we don't know what we bought. The other one, as you know, I was asking about the travel. And of course, you stated that I did the most traveling. I think I did in the last 3 years. I went to 3 different places. I went out of town once, but the other 2 trips I went to Lansing. So, and I thought that was just very simple. Paying for the conference and the hotel and the gas. And I don't see how that was a whole lot of work to be done to ask for that information. I didn't see why I need to forward you that information as well.
Well, first of all, the reason why it's work is because you went on trips. You pay, well, this is how I go when I go on trips. I swipe my own credit card, and I come back and I give Darren a statement, and I circle what was work-related. A lot of times I will pay for my own meals. Let's say if I have an adult beverage or something I don't think the taxpayer should pay for, I'll even pay for the meals because it's all on one bill.
But that's the charter. The city doesn't pay for alcoholic beverages.
That's cool. But I mean, I pay for the whole meal because it's all in one bill. So I don't even bother him trying to deduct. I don't remember how many I had, so there's no point in going through all that. I just pay for it so there's no controversy. There is no itemized list of that. PEG funds, there is itemized list. Matter of fact, usually we buy equipment from recommendations from the Cable Commission, which you set on. So you guys will say, through Troy, we need X, Y, Z. We need these pieces of equipment. And Darren and I go look at it, we get the information, how much do they cost, what do we need it for, and we decide what we buy and what we don't buy. But it all originated through the cable fund, so we can get that information because we know what we purchased. For something like reimbursement.
But for clarity, the Cable Commission, we didn't recommend buying any equipment. Not while I was sitting there.
Through Troy.
Yes, sir.
Troy, yeah, we
Well, that's
did.
what yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay, maybe you weren't there that day.
Okay.
But, Troy always buys stuff, and he gives us the information. And I specifically remember, because when he got all that new equipment and the drones and the stuff like that, he told us about that, because we can only use the money for infrastructure.
And real
Yeah,
quick,
that-
I just wanted to explain so everyone can follow our conversation. The term that was being used was PEG funds. These are funds that are tied to the city's cable station. PEG stands for public, I believe it's public
Education
educational
and
government access. So it's essentially the city's government access channel. On the cable bills, there's a fee that each cable customer pays that's collected by the cable companies, and then we receive those monies, and they're placed into the PEG fund. And so it's a fund that's separate from the general fund, and those monies can only be spent specifically on equipment and hardware related to the operation, the studio equipment, and related for the government access channel. So just wanted to make sure, we're kicking around different terms. Just wanted to make sure everybody is able to follow what we're saying. They're not general fund dollars. They can't be used to pay salaries and the like. They're specifically slated for, as I mentioned, equipment and things related to the studio. And there's currently a surplus in that fund of several $100,000.
And there are dollars that have been spent that hasn't came back to the council on how much we have spent.
It
So
is.
that's why I asked for the itemized list.
That's not correct, because those monies are required to be budgeted. They still, even though they're not general fund, those monies are still required to be budgeted. And so we either include those monies in the budget at this time of the year, or I know in one case, because they were not in the original budget, we had to come back and we provided a specified list of equipment that we wanted to purchase outside of the normal budget appropriation process. We asked for a specific approval for council. So all those dollars do come before council because they're required under the law to be approved by council as any other budget dollars are required to be approved.
Remember, our purchasing policy is that council has to approve any expenditure over $5,000. So if something that costs $1,500, I can approve it myself as mayor. Anything over $5,000 has to come to council. We can't spend the money without a resolution. So all of that stuff came to us. I don't know if we even spent under $5,000 off the top of my head. Because when we bought equipment, we bought all these things at the same time. Because we don't do this like every 2 months. We do it like once a year, if that. So I know it came before council, whether it was in the budget or an amendment or whatever it was. It definitely came before council.
I pulled up all the agendas because seeing that we get them all online, I pulled up all the agendas and I didn't find any of that.
It could be in a budget amendment. Or you wouldn't see it if you pulled the minutes up. It could be in a budget amendment. It could be in this right here, the budget. We didn't even specifically go over, no one even asked when we went through the budget and the study session, how much did we allocate for buying equipment this year?
But my question was the item. I wanted to itemize, so that means that how much did each piece cost?
You can get that.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
Well,
Because see, that's something we have a list for. I was making the distinction between, if we bought 5 pieces of equipment, we know how much each one of them costs. So you can get a copy of the check that was written, and we have descriptions of the equipment, so we can get that. Versus,
Well, that was the email I sent for itemized list.
and what I'm telling you, well, no, you're still out of order for sending it to the treasurer. But what I'm telling you, you're supposed to send that request through me, and then I disperse it to the staff. What I'm saying to you now, that's different from a reimbursement. If you go spend money at a hotel, I can't give you an itemized list of what you ordered room service. Because when the bill comes up, it's just, this is the total bill. So I don't know if you ordered Eggs Benedict, I don't know if you ordered a bottle of champagne. Don't particularly care, but I don't know.
Well,
So when you ask
I
us,
ordered room service.
when you ask us for that, we cannot give you something we do not have. That's all I'm saying. We can give you what we reimbursed, the total number, but it won't be an itemized list of what was purchased.
Yeah, and I, just to kind of follow up what the mayor was saying, when the request came, Mayor Pro Tem, I indicated to the mayor that the request for the PEG fund would be a lot simpler for us to fulfill than the request on the other item, simply because, as the mayor alluded to, we place a specified order. We're generally ordering equipment, so we can go back and actually pull the order that we place in order to purchase that equipment. Oftentimes with the travel stuff, that involves reimbursement, so we may not have a detailed itemized breakdown of all of those expenses. We have them, but in terms of compiling a list, that does take, would take some effort. We were just making the distinction between those two. There were 2 requests, and just making a distinction between those 2 requests.
No, actually 3, but the other one was about the meeting.
It was about the budget, correct.
Got anything else on the budget, what we're discussing? Okay. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay?
Nay.
Okay, it passes.
Consideration and approval to accept Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority Summer Employment Program grant in the amount of $40,000.
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported, discussion. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay? It passes.
Item C is to vote in accordance with the vote that was taken in closed session. Wall.
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported, discussion. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. It passes. Okay, now we're down to public participation. All right. Tony Bailey.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, City Treasurer, City Clerk, City Attorney, Department Heads, those in the audience and those who viewing. This past Saturday, we had our community-wide cleanup. It started a little slow because it had rained early that morning, and we were planning on planting a rain garden with the Ruse Rescue. So it was postponed until this Saturday coming up the 25th. So if anybody interested in helping plant the rain garden up at the rec center, you're more than welcome to come. It'll be 9 a.m. that we're going to show up at the rec center. Also, with it being postponed, the Friends of the Rouge asked if they would stick around and help with the cleanup, and they did. I had them out on Middle Belt from the rec center up to Avondale. They did both sides doing the trash, and they also separate and did recycle. So just, if you saw gray bags out, those are the recycle things that they separated from picking up the trash. And also I had a group on Michigan Avenue to do the parade route from the post office to the police station. And I want to give thanks to the Friends of the Rouge. Thank you.
Thank you. Barbara Cooper.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, everyone that's around here. I just want to thank everyone who helped the Inkster Goodfellows on Friday with our fish fry and spaghetti dinners. It was a great success. We ran out of everything again, and we are so happy. So we're going to add more fish for the next time. So we up to almost 7 or 8 boxes of catfish, so we're doing good. And once again, I want to thank everyone for all the prayers for my husband. Thank you.
Okay, Peggy Bishop.
Good evening, Mayor, everyone. I am coming to just share with you all about the rodeo that we are hosting in Belleville, but I just found out it's the same night as Juneteenth.
Right.
But if you all are looking for something to do after, please come and join us. We have cowboys and cowgirls coming from about 4 different states. It's a family event, and it is a lot of fun if you've never been. So we invite you to come out after the other festivities is over, and you can get tickets at Bishop Auto Wrecking or on Eventbrite. Thank you.
Thank you. Officer Lebo.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. First, I would like to thank the Commission on Aging for this wonderful blanket. I cannot wait to put it in the nursery. Very excited. Thank you. We're actually painting it on Saturday, so it'll be a nice addition. Well, I'm not painting it. My husband's painting it. I'm going to be watching. But, so on to my announcements. First and foremost, we actually have our next bake sale presented by the Commission on Aging this Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the department lobby. Come on, stop by, get your shortbread, get your cookies, taking pre-orders. So if you want your oatmeal cookies, pro tem, I'm going to need you to let me know. All the proceeds will go to fund the movie nights that are starting next month. I'll have a flyer for that shortly. We will have a vote. So check out on the department's Facebook page and put a poll up there. Figure out what our first movie night's going to be. And I'm currently weighing some options, so if you have any ideas, shoot me a text, let me know. Be like, hey, I really want to see this movie this summer. I'll add it to the list. So come on out, please support us. They fund most of my community activities, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or until we sell out, I should say. In the department lobby, the Dorothy Gardner Memorial Bake Sale, presented by the Commission on Aging. All of these baked goods are homemade and super delicious, so please come and see us. Next, we have the We have the mental health panel discussion is going to be June 6th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Booker Dozier Recreation Complex. Panel topics are going to include substance use and mental health. This is presented by Mayor Byron Nolan, Inkster Police Department, and in partnership with the Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority. Do have flyers over here on the table. We'll hope that you will come out. These are topics that many of our residents battle and really could use some resources. What will be presented at the actual panel discussion is not just to talk about the topics, but to discuss what resources are available for our residents, for our families, for our youth. So we'll hope you make it out. We are still accepting applications for the Michigan Youth Leadership Academy. It's going to be June 23rd to the 27th in partnership with Michigan State Police. It is a stay-away academy, and we're still short a few more boys. We're looking for Inkster boys ages 14 to 15 years old. They get resume building skills, they get team building skills. It looks really, really good on college applications or trade school applications or anything. As well as really it's good enrichment for themselves. They go home with a full outfit to go to interviews in as well. So please consider sending your young boys our way. We are also looking for organizations who would like a free booth at National Night Out. National Night Out is Tuesday, August 6th from 5 to 9 p.m. I understand that that's an election day. I don't pick the day, I promise you. It's the same day across the entire country, so I'm sorry, yell at me about it, but I can't do nothing about it. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. in the police department lobby, so once you vote, please come on out and enjoy with us, okay? Thank you all. Have a nice night.
Thank you. That's going to be the police department parking lot, right?
Oh yes, not the lobby.
I was
Yeah, we're gonna stuff all you in there. Police department parking lot.
Yeah, there
Thank you.
go. Yvette Brock.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council, Department Heads. I just want to bring a brief announcement from Voice. Thank you, everybody that came out to meet the candidates. We had a full house and a great time. All the candidates except for one showed up for our first meet and greet. So I'm here to announce our second meet and greet for Districts 2, 4, and 6, which will be this Thursday, May 23rd at 6 p.m. at American International Academy at 27100 Avondale Street. That's at Inkster Road in Avondale, the old Gaudier School. That starts at 6 p.m. And so we will be interviewing and allowing candidates to meet up with constituents from Districts 2, 4, and 6. On June 6th, you will have an opportunity to meet the mayoral candidates. And that will be at 6 p.m. at Booker Dozier. And that address is 2025 Middlebelt. Please come out so that you can stay informed of all the candidates that's running and see who you would like to endorse. Thank you.
Thank you. Jason Turner.
Thank you, Jason.
I got all y'all one except for Byron because you already got yours. This program is a STEM program that I've been working with Steve to bring to the rec. PBS.org just published an article talking about skilled trades. They said in the next 4 years, there'll be a 30% retirement rate, and they don't have the skilled workers to fill those slots. So STEM is one of the big programs that's going on across the country. That's also one of the taglines to try to get grants right now. That's where they dumping a lot of funding in. This program is a STEM program, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And it's focusing on mechanics. So what that is a tabletop engine. It's about this big. It's fully functional. It's made out of plastic parts. It goes from like 8-year-olds and above. I actually bought one for myself just to try it out, see if I could put it together. It's kind of hard. You do need some instruction, but full working engine. Once it's put together, it's battery powered. It works exactly like an engine in a car. It's a book on the back page, how cars work. it's a picture book as well as it explains everything about the engine and the cars and how it works. It goes along with the kit itself. The kit for the book, we're looking to buy 15. It'll be a 12-kid class. The instructor will have one, and then we'll have 2 extras. So the actual kit itself for all of those will be $900. The instruction, it'll be it'll be an 8-week course. I want to introduce it in this year's summer program, which starts July 8th that week. So it'll be an 8-week course. It'll be 24 hours over the 8 weeks. It'll be 3 hours a week, 2 days a week. It'll be broken up into hour-and-a-half sessions. 30 minutes actually doing the model itself, an hour in the book. The instructor is Richard Rutherford. He owns Ricky Racers, LLC. He builds a lot of my cars that y'all see. He is going to be with Steep as well. So he'll be the one who's actually instructing the class. Along with that, I'm working with a junkyard because we don't need an actual working one. We'll have a model of a real engine just sitting on the stand. It's already getting done right now, just to look nice to where the kids will be able to see in correlation to the small one to the real one. The total cost of the program would be $2,500, $900 being for the kit, $16 for his instruction over the 8 weeks. That's what I wanted to present to y'all. I had talked to Mayor Al and a couple of the council members about it. I think it's a great program. I want to offer it for free. So like I say, once we spend the $900, the reoccurring would be, like I say, the 16, but I just want to offer the first one for free during the summer program, and then we can work on the numbers to try to charge if that's possible, but we have a big drop-off. In the summer, we have about 80 to 120 kids all summer long. Come fall, it's a ghost town again. So while we got the kids in the building, I want to introduce some programming to where maybe we can continue the programming during the fall. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What, I understand the program, I'm hearing you, but what is it you're asking for, the money?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sorry about that. Yeah.
What's the total again?
$2,500. $900 being for the kit, $16 being for the instruction.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What's your age group for this?
So our summer program runs from 6 to 13. That'll be the summer program. But during the fall, I want to offer it all the way up till 17. Yeah. And it'll be broke up. They won't be in the same classes.
Okay.
You got a question? They'll in the fall when we extend it, if we can extend it, it will be broken up into age groups. Due to the summer program, how it's structured, it'll be 2 groups. We always break them up into some of the smaller kids and the bigger kids. So that's how it will be structured during the summer program.
So the summer program is how long?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. Okay.
So that's what I structured it for, just an 8-week program.
Okay. What's the consensus up here? Because obviously it's not over $5,000, but since he pitched it to us, do you think it's a good idea, something you want us to look into versus what we have available for Parks and Recs? That's all Miller's money. But
Yeah, I think we should look into it simply because everybody keeps telling me there's nothing for our children to do. I'm hearing programs left and right from a whole bunch of different people. So obviously, these people are not being made aware of what's going on for the children. So, do you have a packet yet for the summer program?
We had to wait. Y'all just approved the money to come through. So can't really do program until I know how much money we got, and we can kind of get out and go through the products we need to buy and all of that stuff.
Okay, and this money is made out to whom? Whom do we hold responsible?
For this program, the $900 would be going to Amazon.
Yeah, I understood that. I'm talking about the whole thing. If we get together and a group of organizations decide they can come up with $2,500, Who do we give that to? How
Parks
does it
and,
go through?
Parks and Rec.
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks.
it. Dino Van Jr.
How y'all doing today?
All right.
Doing pretty good. I got a lot. I'm gonna try to move fast. Okay, well, my name is Dino Van, founder of Steep Skill Trade Program. Last year, I presented my org, Steep Re-Enfranchising, to the city of Inkster. I spoke about the huge impact that we had in the city of Detroit. I also spoke about the impact that the skilled trades will have in a small town like Inkster. And now, about a year and a half later, Inkster has CUP, Community Up Project, who in my opinion are the most vibrant, most effective community org that I've seen in my lifetime. And I've been in Inkster for 36 years. And all they want to do is work. So it's an example of all of the residents. They're just a sample. And all they want to do is work. We as the leaders of the city have to create opportunities for our residents to work and be productive. That's Steep's mission, but I need help. My background is I'm a local 25 journeyman iron worker. I built the Little Caesars Arena. I built the Little Caesars headquarters. I built the Ford Flexing Gate plant. I built the veteran buildings. I built the M1 rails. I built robots. I've installed transformers. I built the 4th Street Bridge. I'm married with 5 kids. That's an accomplishment, too. And I also teach a class of 40 at WC3. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars with contractors and developers who would love to come to our city and train and hire our residents. An example of this would be right now was working with the Inkster Housing Commission. We were able to secure contracts, and we did hire 100% Inkster residents. We're only able to do this with Inkster residents that's trained or being trained for the work that's needed in our city, and that's where we come in. So I'm asking for your support of not only Steep, but for bids or proposals that commit to hiring and training our residents. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Pastor Gene Overman.
Guess I'm coming up just in time with all the STEM conversation going on. So good afternoon, Mayor and Council, and to the residents that are listening. I want to follow up with Mr. Dino and say that not only is he doing an excellent job as a parent, but his little girl was able to take our pie contest to a new level. She knew more numbers than most of the older children, and they are in one of the best school districts and excelling, so he's doing a great job. I want to bring some information to you. We're doing a membership drive for Western Wayne County NAACP, so expect to see a lot of information on that. Still waiting on you, Mr. Mayor, for the candidates for the NAACP. Western Wayne, you guys are very familiar when we did the congressional one here. So we're partnering with some others to do that as well for June 20th. And Camp Inspire, which is a STEM program, is preparing to start, so limited registrations. Please go online and get registered. We're doing very well. Very excited to announce that we have been accredited as one of the STEM educational experiences in the USA. So you will see that on our banner now. So if you have a girl between the 5th grade and the 12th grade, please get her enrolled. Thank you.
Just real quick, what are you waiting on me for? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll say that again. The mayoral, Judy said she hadn't heard from you from Western Wayne.
I talked to you yesterday.
Good. Thank you so much.
Cynthia Hamilton.
Greetings.
Greetings.
My name is Cynthia Hamilton, as you just mentioned. My concern was about the water company. We were affected by the storm, and I know some of you were as well. But we had gotten a bill for February and March. The reason why I say that because the February one was late, so we ended up paying it in March. So we paid the two bills together. And Then in April, we got a regular bill. And for this month, May, we have one combining the February and March bill with the May bill. So that got a little confusing. So we went up there and they inquired at the water company as to can they produce something to verify payment. The response that we got was there is no way to track if you actually made a payment. I don't know if they were just telling us that to have us move on or if that's actually true. So my thing to you all was, if there can be a situation set up or a system put in place where when you pay your bill, the company, wherever you pay it at, can keep a record, a running record that you've paid. If you want to look back for 6 months to see if this person has been paying consistently for 6 months, it'll be on record. They'll be able to pull it up. They'll be able to see where you have been paying for 6 months, maybe a year, whatever it is that you still own in this property. See, it doesn't have to be just the water company. We also have your banks. On online banking, you can go back at least 3 years on online banking and see your results. So I figured that the water company could get a hold to something like that and do the same. Also, my other concern, still on the same note, is if there's a way that either of you can check in with the water company, because I really don't want to pay that bill again, to see if it's possible that they can find where the money went.
What's your address?
4111 Ash Street.
Just so you know, hopefully they misunderstood you, our staff, when they gave you that information. We can look at and see your complete payment history at any time. So if you paid and we processed the payment, it's in the computer, so we can see that. But that's no problem. I could pull this up and check to see if we process your payments for the months, 3 or 4 months prior. And then if all those were issued back on a current bill, then obviously something's wrong with the system, because that's crazy. But we can get that fixed. Matter of fact, the treasurer's here. I'll make sure you get his information before you leave, and we can check that out tomorrow morning.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Chantel Jones.
Greetings. Greetings. Mayor and all the clergy and everyone here. I had also a concern in regards to the sewage problem. I know you had mentioned prior in conversation about the PEG money budget, and I want to know, was there room where they can fix the pipes? Because when it rains, the flood comes in, and I'm one of the families in Inkster who is a victim of the flood, where my basement flooded like past the ankle, and I want to know, is there something in the budget of the city of Inkster where, I don't know, the pipes could be replaced, because I don't know if they're supposed to be replaced every so many years, or however that works, and if so,
I'm going to try to tackle this. We probably misspoke earlier saying PEG funds are for like electronic equipment, cable, televisions, but we use the word infrastructure, so I understand how you got. Our system basically is set up, I don't know if we've been telling folks the last couple of years, we're trying to do a better job. Our system can handle 2 inches of rain over a 24-hour period and nothing back up.
Okay.
That's if everything's working properly. When we got a flood, we received 4.9 inches of rain in 7 hours. So our system's old, like our city is old. To replace the system, what are we talking about? Couple $100 million? I mean, it's something ridiculous. So all of our cities have the same issue, essentially. If we get a lot of heavy rain in a short period of time,
yes,
it's going to back up. So I don't want to act like we can just fix it, and that's kind of, I was concerned last night. I didn't want to leave my house because I thought we were going to get severe weather last night. And I wanted to be able to react, if people back up. Unfortunately, if we get more rain than the system can handle, it's going to back up at its weakest point, which is going to be somebody's basement, So it's not like we can just replace the pipes. They've been around for how long now? I mean, our infrastructure is I mean, old. So we're attacking that now with a capital improvement program, but we have to do it just like we do the streets. When we replace the streets, we're replacing the sewer lines also.
Okay.
Because since we're tearing up the street, we got to do it at the same time. But it's going to take us to replace the entire city. You and I probably won't still be here when we finish. You know?
Okay.
So it's going to take a little while, but we are attacking. We're doing John Daly this year. We're replacing the sewer drains as well as the street at the same time.
Okay.
We still got Harrison, Avondale on the list, and those are just the major roads. Then we get to your streets, the neighborhood streets.
Right.
That's a whole nother thing. So I don't want to say that it's an easy fix, but we basically have to rebuild the system, and the laws have changed now. We have a combined system in different parts of our city where we have sewer and water drain going through the same system.
Okay.
All right, they want that to be separate now. So as we move forward, we're going to start separating these systems. That's even more money. But it will help with backups because you'll have two separate systems. But there's no easy answer to this,
Okay.
I feel bad. We definitely got some relief as far as cleaning your basement. I'm sure you're aware of all that stuff.
Yes, and damages too.
Oh, man. So, we had a lot of people. We're up to almost 400 houses that were flooded. Okay, so.
Yeah.
A lot of people were affected. Okay. So, I mean, that's a tough one, though. That's not an easy fix.
All right. I just have one more question.
Sure.
Okay. Does the city of Inkster owns, it's like right on Inkster Road, it's a building, it says like funeral home or something like that. Is that like a display?
Inkster Road and Michigan Avenue?
No, Inkster Road and Pine or something
Yes.
like that.
Yes. Is that, what is that?
The funeral home is now a haunted
Haunted
house.
house?
and stuff like
Right.
Oh.
I mean, they keep that up like that all year round?
We don't own that. No, we don't.
that. No, we don't own it.
The city of Inkster owns it? Or?
No. We don't own it.
Okay.
I always
Because I
wanted
said
to-
they wouldn't have that in Farmington or, West Bloomfield or,
They open it up once a year for Halloween, I think.
okay.
But they must be independently wealthy, so they just sit on it the rest of the year.
Okay.
And pay taxes, I'm assuming. So, yeah, that's a little strange, but if it's privately
That's
owned.
strange, yeah, because,
He did join the car show last year.
Yes,
Oh,
he
so
did.
you know who the owner
Yes,
is?
he
Okay,
did.
okay. So I guess he participates. He's around.
okay, well, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right.
Shirley Hankerson.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. How's everyone?
Good.
Good.
Right.
Well, I'm here to complain about our library and our library board. And I don't understand why we can't get them to come in and bring their budget and let everybody in the city know what they're working off of. If they want to put it back on the ballot, I don't think it's fair to our citizens. And I want to know if there's a way that we can put it back under the city. That's
David,
something
you
I
wanna
would
take
like
a
you
crack
guys
at that
to,
one?
because the way it's being run now, it's not. I mean, and they're mismanaging the funds.
That issue was something that was decided on by the voters, and
Well, can we vote on it again to put it back under the city? How can we do that?
you have a right to your own government. You can collect petitions, file it and pass it, and flip it back. But I would note, I believe the chair of the Library Commission was here last council meeting and kind of addressed this. I thought you were here, but he did speak to it. But I think he's indicated he's willing to come and talk to the citizens.
Where are they today? And they had a meeting last week. And they knew I was going to come. They knew I was going to come.
Well, here's two things.
You're more informed
Michael
than me.
Wells came. He's not the chair anymore, but he's on the library board. And he did present us some information as to the budget.
You got the budget? Did they bring you the budget?
He presented some information to us. It wasn't a full-blown
Not
budget.
the current one.
Yeah. He kind of talked about how he looked at last year's budget and basically explained that the library is only open certain hours. So
And let me tell you what those hours are.
Oh, I know. But he basically
And I
said-
want to know how they're serving our citizens when they're not open, when our kids can actually attend the library, and then there's no Saturday hours? Really? And we paying somebody
But
to
they're
work
elected-
30 hours?
They're
Really?
elected officials. They're elected
Okay,
officials.
so what can we do to put it, what do I need to do first? Get a petition going?
That's the start.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
there's an election this year.
I know.
So the library board is up this year.
I know.
So you can vote in whoever you want to.
If we can get somebody to run. So listening and viewing audience, we need people to run for the library board.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, for real. I mean, because that's a jewel. And for it to be mismanaged, and now we don't know when we're going to have a new one, really? And they're only open from 11 to 5 or 6 or 7, one day a week until 7. How is that? That's not serving our kids. You know, and they have to go to, I mean, it's bad enough they're out of the city to go to school. Now they can't even use our library. No Saturday hours. That's unheard of.
Sound like you just started your candidacy to run for the library.
No, I'm not, but I will start a petition to see if we can get it back on the ballot so it can be under the city again. I will do that. But I'm on too many as it is. But that's why I'm making it public right now for the viewing audience and the people that are here in the audience as well, because that's a major issue.
It is.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, thank you. We had our Wayne County Commissioner come in a little late, so if you have anything for us, come on up.
Make it very brief.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to pass these down to your left, and everybody has a copy. I appreciate it. I just wanted to stop in and let everyone know that the new Parks booklet is out. This year, Wayne County Parks are celebrating 100 years since it began. And on the back of the cover, when you get one, you'll notice there's a summary of the calendar of events. June, just 3 of them that I think are really good events that people might be interested in attending. June 20th, June 22nd, the Senior Fun Fest at Nankin Mills Park over at Edward Hines Drive, just south of Ann Arbor Trail. And that's always a well-attended event. There's instructions on each of these on the inside. And then July 27th, a big event that's usually well-attended is the Motown on the River in Elizabeth Park. That's down in the Wyandotte area. And August 3rd and 4th, Jazz on the River at Elizabeth Park also. They get a really couple of really good events there. But other than that, there's not much else that I have tonight. But I hope to have some more information for everyone in the next few months. But I'll be back probably next month.
Can you tell us about June 6th, the Nursery School Olympics? That's serious? Like nursery school kids?
They're doing something with small kids, parents, of course, bringing them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of interesting.
That would be fun to watch, I'm sure. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, you gonna put me in the Olympics?
No, mud day. We gonna all get in
Yeah,
that.
mud day.
Yeah, that should be fun.
I'd do that. I'll do that.
I never done that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we have anybody else? Let me see. City Clerk.
As you all know, we're having an August 6th election, and AV applications will be mailed out by the end of this week for persons that are on the permanent list. So be looking for those in your mailbox. The ballots will be available June 22nd. So if you're interested in getting an AV application and a ballot, June 22nd, the ballots will be available. Thank you.
All right. City Treasurer.
No announcements.
Okay. Mayor and Council Communication. Councilwoman Howard.
Nothing at this time.
Councilman Chisholm.
Just wanted to speak to the fact that excuse me, the weather has broke. Summer is here. Been asking about when the biking was going to start. Just be on the lookout. It'll start soon. We did get a lot of rain, and for those of you who do go down the bike path and use our parks, that is a low area, so a lot of times it floods, and there's nowhere for us to go. We have to turn back around, or you can get ate up by the tons and tons of mosquitoes. So we're going to wait for it to dry out a little bit. Waiting for some hot days. Hopefully Memorial Day will be the start of that hot day, and then we'll be out here riding the bikes after we enjoy that parade. That's all I have.
Okay. Councilwoman Mitchell.
Ooh, me first. Good evening, everyone. So just 2 announcements. On this coming Saturday, May 25th, the Community Up organization is sponsoring a pancake, well, an all-you-can-eat breakfast at Applebee's. Applebee's on Ford Road in the Heights Shopping Center. 8 to 10 a.m., and it's a wonderful thing Applebee's does. They will give the proceeds to CUP so that they can support the Juneteenth celebration. So Juneteenth will be free to everyone who comes. So I really hope that you will, and I've got a flyer ready to go up on Facebook, so when you see it, share it. This coming Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., You can get all you can eat at Applebee's in the Heights Shopping Center on Ford Road. That's one thing. Then following that, June 15th will be our Juneteenth celebration. This is going to be a great, great time, and I hope that you will come out, and I hope that you will bring your youngsters, your grandchildren, your children, your nieces, your nephews, because this is the day that we celebrate who we are. We are a great people, and a lot of times that gets lost, but Juneteenth will be a day when we really celebrate and honor our legacy and our future that we know is going to be bright. So I'll keep announcing it, but this Saturday, I want you to come and have breakfast with Cup. Thank you.
Which Apple? Where's the Apple?
Applebee's on Ford Road.
Oh, okay.
You know where the Heights Shopping Center, where Kroger is, between Inkster Road and Beach Daily. Well, it's at John Daly actually. So, but technically between Inkster and Beach.
10 a.m. it starts.
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
So you got to get up early, but you'll be nice and full, and the whole day will be ahead of you.
Councilman Oldham.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to announce to everyone, if you haven't heard, Charles McKay, who has been a mainstay in Inkster for a number of years, passed away this past Friday. His services is going to be, the viewing and wake is going to be Thursday, May the 23rd, from 2 to 7 at the Penn Funeral Home. Funeral service is going to be at Cathedral of Faith, located at 13925 Burt Road in Detroit, Michigan, on Friday, the 24th. I just wanted to announce he's been mainstay. He worked at Rec Complex. He was always involved with different activities going on over there, and just a person that did a lot for the city of Inkster through the Recreation Department. And I thought it was appropriate to announce the fact of those who may not have heard that he passed away.
What time is the funeral?
11 o'clock. That's on the 24th, Friday.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Sorry. Councilwoman Watley.
Thank you, Mayor. Hello, Inkster. I would like to tell all of you that this coming Monday is Memorial Day. And the city of Inkster will be celebrating 50 years of parade. We have a wonderful program planned for you guys. The parade starts at noon, but we've done a little switcheroo this year. The program that the veterans put on is going to start at 10 o'clock here at City Hall. And that way, once you finish honoring the veterans that they mentioned, you can come on down to Michigan and Inkster Road and enjoy the parade, okay? Now, we are doing things a little different, so we don't want anybody hollering and screaming at us because they don't get to do what they did last year, okay? But there is ample parking, like behind the east of, north of Michigan Avenue, west of there. There's parking lots all back over there. There's parking lots where the police department used to be. There's parking lots, there's parking space where the old ice arena was. So these are all places. There's parking in everywhere. So, but we want to line the streets of Michigan Avenue with people. So what I'm going to ask is that he doesn't know it yet, so watch his head pop up. That Councilman Chisholm take my car key when this is over, when the council meeting is over, and go to my car. I have 5,000 cards that I would like you all as individual citizens to take a stack and pass them out according to the parade. I want everybody to get a bunch of cards. Nobody live here with no car, without a car here. And I want you to put them in different places, like when you go shopping, when you do whatever for the next week, I want you to saturate wherever you go with the cards. Now, this is a solidarity move on Inkster's part, okay? Also, did I mention the program starts here at 10 a.m.? Yes. And I think that's it where the parade is concerned. I just want to extend my appreciation to the police department, the fire department, and DPW for all the assistance they've given me with logistics this year. Jerome even found us free stuff. He tried to make me like him again. You know, so we're going to spend Memorial Day enjoying each other. This year we have vendors when you come over this way. And just to let you know, our judges, we have Wayne County Clerk Kathy Garrett, who is one of our judges. We have 36th District Court Judge Kenny King, who is one of our judges, and Councilwoman Virginia Williams from Romulus, who is one of our judges. We have tons of veterans. This is going to be all about our veterans, and we do appreciate them. And, you know, we do appreciate them, and we want to start showing that. So I expect all of you to be there, and then I expect you to bring all the people you know there, and then have them bring the people they know, too. Okay, can y'all handle that? I'm going to see, okay? And that would be it for me. Thank you.
That's all?
Oh, wait, I have more. Trying to be smart. Always trying to be smart.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. The Friends of the Library, the Friends of the Lena Hicks Library Foundation are having a bake sale and silent auction fundraiser for new technology and equipment. It's going to be at the library, that's the temporary library that's at 1086 Inkster Road. It's going to be Friday, May 24th. Time is 5 o'clock to 8 p.m. They will also have a jazz artist. It's a guitar player who lives here in Inkster, and he's a very good jazz artist, played with a lot of professional groups. Named is Mr. Oliver Nevels, and refreshments will be served. So come out on Friday, 24th, and enjoy some live jazz. Got a couple of other questions from citizens. I got a question asked about the animal control officer. Do they do more than just catch dogs, or do they catch any other critters? We had this conversation once before, but it's not really clear on what they do, because there's some senior citizens who had an issue about a raccoon in the house coming from the roof.
No, we don't deal with wild animals.
Okay, well, can you give?
She got a problem with raccoon. That's why they have pest control. But that's not us.
Well, but that's why I'm asking for clarity, because we said animal control.
That's not us. He's not trained for that. But all I can say that.
And so, and then they also need to know who to call.
Some people.
Pest control.
Okay, so they need to call pest control.
I got a lot of people.
Now, if it was a dog or a cat, as you would say, who would they call?
Dog and cat, they call the dispatch the animal control officer.
You said this?
Non-emergency or the front desk.
Oh, okay.
Like they're doing now.
Okay.
They're already doing it now. I mean, when they
Okay,
get the dog, they'll call the front desk, or they'll hit 911, and 911 will put them back to the front desk if it's non-emergency. But as far as, the raccoon or anything like that, that's not us.
Okay.
Because I need to go.
But when we said 911, because normally, because it used to be that this is go on the website and they get phone numbers on calling the police department non-emergency. I'll just ask what number they call. Okay.
All right, y'all out of order. Everybody out of order. Mayor Pro Tem has the floor.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Moving right along. I had another call from another citizen about, well, actually businesses. I'm getting it from businesses and from citizens as well. The city is sending out notices about certificate of occupancy, especially for businesses that's been here for like 40 years. So it's like, well, why would they have to do another certificate of occupancy?
Every couple of years, you have to do a certificate of compliance if you're a business. So I think it's every 2 or 3 years. We got buildings not here tonight?
But what happens is if something changes, like the occupant, okay, and there'll be stipulations in there where if it changes or if you did something new to it or something like that.
That's automatic. And also with the business licenses, if you have to renew your business license, they go out and inspect to make sure everything is up to code. So that happens. This is every 2 or 3 years, Felicia.
It's every 2 years.
Every 2 years. So they'll be getting a letter every 2 years.
But they didn't have a problem with it. The business was Bishop Oliver. They've been there for over 40 years. In the same place. They haven't changed anything. They didn't have any problem with the business license. They were just wondering, why did they have to get a new certificate of occupancy?
No, they don't have to get a new C of O. You only get one C of O. It's a certificate of compliance. Make sure they're up to code. Yeah, every business is going to be inspected every few years. Yeah, I mean, every business should be inspected.
Okay. I had another concern from another citizen. I'll wait for y'all. Thank you. Another concern about Wheatley Park. We spoke about that on Saturday. There's been some activities going on in the park where some of the kids are afraid to go out to the park because there's certain activities going on the basketball court. And they talked, and they didn't want to know why is there so many brown trash cans out there. And I'll try to explain to them because when they're playing basketball, there's a lot of kids out there and they need more trash facilities to throw trash into. And I told them and they want to know when we're going to start cutting the grass over there, keeping the baseball diamond.
Jerome, when do we cut the baseball diamond?
The park should be cut this week, leading up to Memorial Day. All the parks should be cut this week, sir.
It's supposed to rain every day this week.
So hopefully we'll get it in before it rains.
Okay.
Yeah, and just so y'all know what he's talking about, people are playing, rolling dice, what do you call craps, playing craps up against the bathroom wall. So obviously that's not cool if the kids don't feel comfortable to go to the park because grown-ups or teenagers, mostly grown-ups, are playing craps, gambling, people getting little altercations, they're at least talking to each other at the very least. So, all we can do is just have the patrols roll by their chief and check it out. They'll move and then, come back and, But yeah, it's definitely been reported, so it's a problem. Mm-hmm.
And continue to shop Inkster. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay. Everybody seen the street sweeping signs? Coming to your neighborhood this week.
No, I haven't seen
The email, I haven't seen the sign yet.
Get your cars off the street the day after your trash day. Now, the only thing can postpone it if it rains heavily. So my trash day is today, so they're doing my street tomorrow, so I'm hoping everybody gets their cars off the street. So you should see the little, green and blue signs, should be at the corner of your block, and it tells you get your cars off the street from 7 to 7, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
I don't see it yet.
So it should be the day after your trash day.
Everywhere.
So,
I even seen Daryl picking them up after.
My trash day is Thursday.
oh wow. Okay.
That's the problem.
Also, like Sandra Wiley said, let's get out for our Memorial Day parade. We have a lot of spirit for a lot of different events. When I was a kid, the Memorial Day parade was packed. And we were all happy just to be in it, ride our little bikes in it or whatever we were doing. So let's make sure we get out there. The parade looks good for the last couple of years, but it's not a lot of folks who are out watching the parade. So let's get some more people out this year. Hopefully, we're hoping for good weather so we can enjoy it. Also, I want to give a shout out to Dewan Land, Aaron Sims. Did you see the link on we got a little coverage on Saturday on Channel 7. They were cleaning up the Malcolm X house. So Jennifer Ann Wilson came out from Channel 7 and interviewed Aaron Sims. I think it was a good interview, good segment. So you can pull it up online and kind of see it. A lot of work was done. Dino Van his whole crew was there. They were doing for real work. I was profiling. I had my nice Malcolm X sweatshirt on. They were actually working, you know, getting dirty with masks on, and it was serious. So that was a good look for the city of Inkster. Some positive things going on. So I hope that comes to fruition, and we get that house turned into a museum or something the community can use. The Bridging the Gap picnic is this Saturday from 2 to 6, I think, at Pine Park over on Middle Belt and Pine Road. So get folks out. I think it's happened before in the past. There's some citizens of the community are putting it on. They're trying to bridge the gap between the young folks and us more seasoned folks. Because we're not old, we're just seasoned. So, I think it's free. Oh, man. Well, you got to bring that up. That's Saturday from 2 to 6. So I think everything is free, hot dogs and stuff, and activities for the kids. And we're in the process of renovating Lamone Park. I think I mentioned last week. So that's going down. We took down the tennis court fence. We're doing some renovations to the building, so we have a bathroom there. And we're going to turn that into a football field for the Inkster Vikings. So that's where they're going to play their home games. Last year, unfortunately, they had to practice outside of the city of Inkster and play all their games outside of the city of Inkster. We can't have that. So we're modifying the park, turning it over to a football field so they can use it. And we also are going to be demolishing Old Woodson School. That's going to happen this summer also. So then that's going to give us some additional space that we got to decide how we want to develop over there and improve that neighborhood, because it's an eyesore right now. So we got those two, Memorial Street Sweeping, Bridge again. Oh, Summerfest, July 5th, 6th, and 7th. We're doing 3 days this week. Friday night is going to be, we're going to showcase our young folks in the community. They're going to do like a talent show. Going to have, I think, 8 acts or so. And then we're going to have blues night Friday night. So come out and enjoy some blues. Saturday is contemporary music. We got Denise Williams headlining, Chico DeBarge, Bunny DeBarge are going to perform. Radio, don't be laughing about Chico. You know y'all like Chico. He might take his shirt off for y'all. And we got some other groups on Saturday. And then Sunday is going to be Gospel Day. We got Calante Gavin is going to be headlining. Real possible that Ricky Ballard is going to be also headlining. We're going to have several other gospel groups. Actually, Reverend Cooper can give you all, it's a whole bunch of different gospel groups. So it's going to be a fun day, fun weekend. So we want to make sure everybody comes out. We're hoping for good weather on that too. Saturday, we did go out and knock on doors with the Wayne County Treasurer. Tim Williams went out and knocked on doors. William Miller, Clarence Oden. We went out and knocked on doors with people who are in the foreclosure process, try to give them information on how to save their homes. So we did get out there. We were able to hit all the houses. The rain stopped long enough for us to hit all the houses on Saturday. So I want to thank all those folks for coming out and getting that done. But if you know somebody who might be in trouble, people don't want to talk about stuff like that. So I'm going to post it on social media. If you know somebody who's in trouble, share their information with them so we can do whatever we can for them to save their house. And that's all I have. We got a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support? Been properly moved, supported, discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Thank you.